Hello, this is Ken Barron. I'm with the National Association of Black and White Men Together. Happy Pride. Today, the racist researcher in guns. In 2020, there were more than 45,000 gun deaths in the United States, but there was no major push for gun safety legislation. Last year, there were nearly 700 mass shootings in America, and again, there was no major push for gun legislation. Is the disturbing truth of psychic numbing and the feeling of hopelessness upon us? And now, a researcher, Michael Woodley, claims there's been an IQ decline in France linked to the large-scale migration from people of color in North Africa. He has co-written a book about the global decline of intelligence. And, wait for it, he postulates a relationship between ethnicity and cognitive abilities. And he argues that humans can be divided into subspecies, a cornerstone of white supremacist ideology. So it turns out that the manifesto written by the teenager motivated by racist views who killed 10 Black people in Buffalo last month. The discovery that the government had cited Mr. Woodley's work shocked many academics who said they hoped it might now force institutions to confront questions about their responsibility towards society, academic rigor, and the space they give to extremist ideas. So, a Spanish researcher in population genetics at the University of Bologna, Mr. Sandoval, said he was, quote, appalled when he heard that the Buffalo government had tried to use science to justify his actions. Scientists involved in the field of population genetics and other related areas were, quote, concerned about misinterpretation of our findings, he said, adding that he had scrutinized the manifesto for all references to his field. He said that the killer misinterpreted the scientific conclusions, but he added, one person cited by the government stood out for his extreme views, Mr. Woodley, whose expertise is actually in plant ecology, but whose work also includes research in human genetics and intelligence. Quote, Woodley has been explicitly racist, end quote, said Mr. Sandoval. He went on to say that Mr. Woodley has a history of spreading racist white supremacist theories. Mr. Sandoval said, adding, quote, he is questioning a consensus based on decades of research. All this despite the fact that Mr. Woodley's theories have been published in dozens of highly technical articles in a variety of respected, peer-reviewed scientific journals, which people who lack the specific scientific expertise will find very hard to evaluate. At the core of Mr. Woodley's research, cited by the government, is an argument that human beings can be scientifically divided into subspecies. Theories like the one Mr. Woodley asserted have long been the mainstay of pseudo-scientific attempts to justify slavery, colonialism, and Nazism that have been widely rejected by contemporary mainstream academics. Mr. Woodley's academic interests over the course of his career have been eclectic, to say the least, including papers on ways to communicate with the dead and intelligence in parrots, in addition to human genetics and intelligence. Further writings show that Mr. Woodley was a fixture in a group of far-right academics. Things have changed dramatically in recent years, partly because of political discourse and with the rise of ethnic nationalism and the far right, we have become more aware of just how risky, how dangerous these people are. Given all this, the NABWMT has always stood firm against racism and denounces scientific pseudo-science proposing racist theories. Thank you for listening. Please like us, subscribe, and comment on our platform. Our website is nabwmt.org. And we are on Facebook, on Twitter, and Instagram. Again, hope to see you and hear from you soon. Thank you.